me go across now to Sreeram Chaulia. Mr. Chaulia, first of all, the co-commander talks that was supposed to happen this week was decided upon by the External Affairs Minister and his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi, that the 5-point consensus that they've arrived at, the details will be discussed at the military level during the co-commanders meeting. Why do you see then China not committing to a date right now? What, according to your assessment, could be the reason?
I think they're rethinking their strategy because the mirror deployments that we are doing and the firm strategic resolve that we are showing was unexpected. I think Xi Jinping made an error in believing that we are weak and we are a pushover. So now that this standoff is going on and we have not backed down 1 inch, and if they have 50 battalions, 50,000, we have roughly equal numbers on our side, eyeball to eyeball, ready to retaliate if they dare to fire or to trespass. So I think that kind of deterrence is forcing them to rethink their overall strategy. And of course, they are also said to be making some lightning quick movements and redeployments and such things on their side. I think the Chinese approach has always been, avoid the fighting, but try to psych out the adversary. This goes back to Sun Tzu and their military doctrines. So they know that India is a responsible power and we will not fire first and we will not attack them first. So all they are doing through these maneuvers and positioning and movements and saber rattling here and there and their propaganda machine is to believe and to test it out whether we will lose our nerve. So this is a battle of nerves, Maha. And what we are doing is standing firm, not batting an eyelid, so to say. I think that is how the Chinese are slowly now being forced to rethink, because they thought that they could basically browbeat us, through a mixture of this psychological warfare and propaganda. But what is happening is, like we showed in Doklam on a smaller scale in 2017, and this time again, India is very nationalistic. And under the Prime Minister's leadership, the way we are standing firm is completely taken them by surprise. So, and the way we preempted them at the southern bank of Pangong. So all these are acts of strategic surprise by India. They thought they were going to spring the strategic surprise, but now they've been hoisted by their own petard. So I think it will, I think they are going to take some time before these core commander level talks or other engagements start again, because they are assessing the two big meetings that we had recently, defense ministers and foreign ministers. And they will want to also rethink their basic idea that they can somehow wait us out, because we are saying we are also going to wait as long as it takes until they withdraw. So the disengagement has to happen. They have to save some face, and they are looking for a way out of this whole thing. And so I think they are going to take their time. But we have now put the ball in their court through our proactive moves.
Sir Chaulia, I want you to be brief and explain, why do you think that China is opening up these fronts now in Arunachal Pradesh, when less than a week ago, Wang Yi agreed on a 5-point consensus in Moscow with S. Jaishankar?
Well, the fate of Arunachal Pradesh is linked to the, Chinese occupation of Tibet. And they have continued to lay claim on Arunachal Pradesh for a long time. And at some point, we said that maybe we can do a swap where we drop the claim on Aksai Chin and they drop the claim on Arunachal Pradesh. But that grand bargain has never happened. And perhaps eventually we may settle for something like this. But right now, they are upping the ante simply to try and confuse us, and to say, you don't know where we will strike you first. That is the Maoist, ideology of guerrilla warfare. Of course, now it is a conventional military, but they have the same military doctrine, the history, which is always keep the adversary, guessing as to where we may be able to spring a surprise. But as I said, August 29th, 30th, we sprang a surprise on them. And that is where I think our military, our special forces, special frontier forces, we are now in a position to actually have the momentum of when to accelerate and in which point to accelerate. So if they are trying something on the eastern sector, there are undemarcated parts where we can step in and we can occupy the vantage points, and they will again be set back. So I think they know it's a cat and mouse game that they're trying to play, but we are not sure who is the cat and who is the mouse here, because India is now showing its capabilities and using the terrain to our advantage, to our strategic advantage. So eastern sector, if they dare to do something, we can also do tit for tat and make them eat humble pie.
All right.